Greetings and welcome back to another episode of LAPcast, where we have a semi-special guest. Tristan, the professor, is back with us this time around.
Yo. I don't see how that makes him a special guest, but okay.
Yeah, well, we missed him. He wasn't here last week. And he hates Endgame, but that's not what we're talking about today.
I didn't say I hated it.
Another time. Before we get on with our discussion relating to superheroes, we have thoughts regarding the Sonic trailer that dropped, and as well the backlash that resulted in the design of it changing, and that somehow making people think it will be a good movie. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
No, I'll let Tristan start. I want to end this.
Alright, fine.
Because I might have the most hot take out of everybody.
Possibly.
I thought it was funny. I thought the trailer was actually funny. It's just the way Jim Carrey starts off as Dr. Ivo Robotnik. You know, just all straight-laced and alright, and by the end of the trailer, he's bald with a huge-ass mustache.
I'm calling it right now. That's either the end... That's going to be like the end credits scene.
You think they pulled a Sony and that's going to be the last shot of the movie?
I think that's going to be the last shot of the movie. I think that's going to be the end credits scene. That's going to be like last year with Tomb Raider, where at the end of the movie, she's like, I'll take two, and holds up the handguns. And that was in the trailer.
Yeah, or with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he's fighting Rhino and that.
Yeah, and that exact shot is just the last shot of that movie.
Yeah, that was miserable.
Because not unless that's going to be the last shot, but just like, you know, just so much, Sonic's just causing him so much grief that his hair started falling out due to stress, and everything just started going awry, like something exploding in his face, and it's just like an evolution of just like bad accidents and everything. Like in that one episode, Ned's Classified School Survival Guide, like the math episode when Gory just started turning into a caveman by the end of the episode, or like he's just gone completely batshit crazy. Like, the guy who was trying to catch that gopher in Caddyshack.
Yes, but...
It's weird that I can see that happening, but I don't know if they're smart enough to do that.
Yeah, so here's the real question, though. Does this movie look good?
No.
It's Sonic. When was the last time Sonic ever looked good?
No, better question. It's a video game movie. When was the last time we had a good video game movie?
Apparently next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Detective Pikachu, our thoughts on that next week.
But still, can you just imagine like that is just going just like the whole degradation of the guy from Caddyshack?
I have a feeling that's not what's going to actually happen. I think there's going to be some stupid plot-related accident.
Again, I don't think that's
the
smart.
whole movie looks like it's Sonic finds a portal.
Literally.
It was a portal!
He used the rings. He used the rings to make a portal, and that's what Jeremy
the movie
and
looks
Andre were freaking out about.
Sonic finds a portal, and he comes to our world.
How are you supposed to make him
It
move?
looks like some dumb origin story to it.
We were playing this game a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's literally what Andre, Black Nerd, and Jeremy were worried about, because when they did the ruin your childhood thing, the running joke was they find a portal. And we know that is the laziest thing with anything. They did it with Smurfs. They did it with, Enchanted or just Enchanted?
Well, Enchanted was good.
Yeah.
But
I always forget which one of those is which.
But they did it with fucking Masters of the Universe. They did it with Howard the Duck.
Yeah. They practically did it with the Chipmunks, but they're supposed to be real in that world.
Yeah, we could figure that out.
But speaking of looks, what if I were to tell you it was all conspiracy, the way the trailer looks? And that the trailer looks, the song in the trailer looks bad just to drum up news and interest in it, and that's not even the real release product.
That would be interesting, but I don't think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't think they're that smart.
Paramount's full of morons, okay? Mm-hmm. They want to go back to making Michael Bay Transformers movies.
What?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Because one idiot from the Sci-Fi Channel said, I like the Michael Bay films better.
Sci-fi's a bunch of dumbasses.
And they quoted him and only him in that press release.
Why?
Because they're idiots.
Then again, you remember, Paramount originally actually had the rights to the Doctor Who movie for the 90s. They actually had it for years. And you want to know who their two choices were to play the Doctor?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
What?
And Bill Cosby.
A part of me wants to see Michael Jackson as the Doctor just to see it.
Geronimo!
Come on, Claire. We gotta get to the TARDIS and save the children from the Daleks.
Anyway, my thoughts on this trailer and on what looks like we're going to get with the Sonic movie is this movie looks horrible, awful, and it looks so amazing. This is going to be this year's Venom.
It most likely will. It's Sonic, after all.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We got Sonic 06, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic and the Black Knight.
Sonic for Hire.
You mean the last good Sonic cartoon?
Yeah.
Sonic Forces.
Oh, adding more fuel to the furry fire.
No, this movie looks like Sonic 06.
You know what the
There
funniest...
better not be a redhead kissing Sonic on the mouth.
You know what the
I'm
funniest...
looking at that girl with strange eyes now.
You know what I find...
Don't do it!
You know what I find the funniest part, though? Is that they're clearly turning this into a buddy movie with Sonic and the human character who... It's Cyclops from X-Men, and he partnered in another movie with the Easter Bunny and Hop.
Yeah, I remember that. No,
What? They're gonna be Hop again?
Here's the thing, though. If they wanted to do a Sonic team-up buddy movie, why not just have Knuckles and Tails?
Because they already have him as a knucklehead.
No.
I am afraid that they're going to... They might actually pull a Venom.
No, this movie's gonna suck. That's for
No, I mean with the end.
Damn certain.
No, I mean with the end credits. If they pull a Venom, they might tease Shadow in it.
God.
It's like, don't worry, guys. Eventually, this will be our Shadow.
No, wait.
I can see them trying to make a cinematic universe out of this, because at the end of the trailer, it looks like he's on an alien planet. I'm going to tell you exactly how this movie's going to go. Sonic saves all
Now, to be
he wants
fair-
to go home, but then Eggman follows him back, and that's how Eggman gets there. Origin story confirmed.
And
To be fair,
then,
he probably did end up playing Mobius.
yeah, but then it turns out that it's secretly a setup for a live-action Captain N the Game Master.
No.
Oh!
No, it's going to be a live action. It's going to be a Captain S movie.
And then they're going
Remember that Screw Attack series?
Captain S?
Yeah.
Captain suck.
Captain Sega, Captain Sock.
And then they're going to branch out with the other cinematic universes and have another try at making a Mario movie and then a Legend of Zelda.
No.
And then Kid Icarus.
Nintendo is overseeing an actual animated Mario movie.
That's right.
With Illumination, but whatever.
And weren't they doing something with Legend of Zelda too?
That one's still on the table.
Yeah, but can you just imagine? The only way you explain this is, you mean the Chaos Emeralds, Jimbo?
Oh right, forgot about that. They might not.
I don't even think they're gonna do.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
If they do, that would be like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Hey, it's better to use Assault Emeralds and bring in Blaze the Cat.
No, then this would be Sonic 06.
No, it'd be Sonic Rush.
I like Sonic Rush, though.
I'm just saying, it'd be Sonic Rush.
Yeah, this movie is not going to be very good.
No, this movie's gonna be awful. There's no question about that. I don't care how much they change Sonic's design to look more like the modern games.
Yeah.
This movie's gonna be awful.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster into bankruptcy.
Oh yeah.
That's where Paramount's headed. It's probably gonna be headed soon.
Yeah, and then Disney will
We
absorb
want a
them.
cinematic universe. Let's use all these Hasbro toys. We own Star Trek.
We were just looking at. Remember? No, they were playing on that. Remember? We read this the other day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we discovered our least favorite producer writer.
Who?
Oh
I can't remember his name at the moment.
Basically, he was the executive producer of Dark Tower.
Oh, here's the better thing. He said person produced both Batman and Robin and Transformers 5.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
How does he still have a paycheck?
I don't know. Anyway, I think we're good on the Sonic trailer, so I guess let's go into our main topic.
Yes, the main topic, which of course is comics. I almost said comic book movies. No, it's superhero movies. Now, you wanted to do good and then bad?
Yes. We each picked 5 good and 5 bad.
Yep.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Tristan, you go first because I want to go last, so I can. I'll go last on good, and I'll go first on bad.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. What were my 5? Did it have to be in particular order?
Not really.
No particular order.
I have a few of them in like different categories, but other than that, not really a particular order.
All right. Starting off, the first one that comes to my mind right now is Mystery Men.
I have not seen Mystery Men.
I have not heard of Mystery Men.
Mystery Men was the very last superhero of the 1990s. It was the last superhero film to come out before 2000 rolled around. It was a live-action film that starred Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Kel Mitchell, Hank Azaria, Janine Garofalo, Les Studi, and Paul Rubens.
Kel Mitchell?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to see this. I really need to see this now.
It's a comedy movie, and the big bad guy is played by Jeffrey Rush before Pirates of the Caribbean.
Barbosa?
Yeah.
Okay, I have got to see this now.
That sounds interesting.
Because the movie starts off with these 3 guys of Hank Azaria, Ben Stiller, and William H. Macy as the Blue Raja, Mr. Furious, and the Shoveler. The Blue Raja...
Wait. Shoveler?
Yeah, the Shoveler.
Was Shovel Knight taken?
No,
Yes, actually.
his superpower is that he shovels, and he shovels real good.
So he's Shovel Knight.
No, wait. He's the old man from Home Alone.
Old man Marley.
Because
Illuminati confirmed.
Because there's Hank Azaria as Blue Raja. He has he talks to a British accent. He dresses like an Indian Shah, and he throws forks as a weapon at his enemies.
Wait, so he forks people up?
Yes, he forks people up, but he never hits the mark.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he always misses. Matter of fact, he forked Shoveler in the butt.
He always misses his target?
Yes, he always misses his target.
Okay, the more you're explaining this, the more I need to see this.
Okay, so not to divulge more plot details, why is it that you like it? Why is it that you would put that in 5 favorites?
Because it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it has a bad guy you actually take seriously with a superhero team that you shouldn't take seriously, because this superhero team gets first appear in a comic book with a guy that wears a carrot for a helmet.
I'm speechless.
And it has a whole bunch of comedians, even Dane Cook from his younger days in the movie, as a hero called the Waffler, who bashed people's head with a waffle iron.
This sounds amazing.
It was amazing.
Oh my god.
Matter of fact, that's the movie where All Star came from.
All Star?
By Smash Mouth.
Oh, that's their first use of the song All Star?
Yes.
Wow.
That's where that came from.
Do you own this?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. I've seen it.
I need to see it.
I actually just looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. It got fairly decent reviews, so.
That's because it was a good cast. Seriously.
Wow.
Paul Rubens, his superpower is that he got cursed by a gypsy and now all of his farts can knock people out.
Wait, so his superpower is flatulence.
Super-powered flatulence. Because he farted, blamed on a passing gypsy, and the gypsy cursed him to be he who forever dealt it.
Okay, no more
Okay.
details.
Okay.
Okay, so that was an interesting pick.
Yes, it was.
Okay, Brendan. What are you what are you going for first?
Oh, wow. This was so unexpected. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm really afraid that my lists are pretty much the most unoriginal shit, so I'll probably go forward with the most unoriginal answer, Shazam.
That's a great one. That's a great choice.
It's a good choice, but it's unoriginal.
Well, you see, I mean, I guess one of my main reasons for me not putting it in a top 10 list is that it's too recent. I don't know how it's going to hold up, like, a couple years from now.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I still really love Shazam because out of a good chunk of movies, it is the most memorable one, and we actually did an entire podcast about it. It was our first episode.
Yep.
And I just really enjoy how they did certain things in it. And it just got me really interested in more mystic and magical sorts of superhero stuff. In fact, it made me go back and watch Justice League War again.
Ooh. Yeah, trust me, I'm not arguing with your pick. I'm just waiting to see how much that one holds up in the grand scheme of everything, because there's so many superhero and comic book movies coming out now.
Yeah, my fear is that it's unoriginal, because you guys can probably guess the rest of my picks.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I can. One of them I know for a fact we're going to end up talking about together, because it's probably on both of our lists.
Maybe.
So anyway.
But, yeah, Shazam, great movie. I think it's about to come out on DVD and Blu-ray.
I don't think it's going to come out that soon. It's only been out for a month.
Really? It feels like it's been 2 months.
That's because we saw it 2 weeks early.
That's because we saw it, early screening. Yeah, at this point it's still in theaters, so still go see it.
Let's not kid ourselves. I gotta go see Endgame.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Tyler.
I only have one MCU movie up here.
Oh yeah, I have slashes in certain parts, so multi-picks.
Yeah, I didn't pick multi-picks because that's cheating.
Yeah, well...
We're only going 5 movies.
I don't give a fuck! I'll be the one who cheats.
No cheating.
I'm still gonna cheat.
Yeah, my MCU pick is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Makes sense.
Even after Infinity War, even after Endgame, even after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, even after Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy is still easily my favorite one. I just think that one was unexpected for me. Because I remember seeing the trailers for it, and I was like, that's going to be stupid. It's going to be just awful. And then I went to see it.
And you were hooked on a feeling, you were high on
yeah, I was hooked on a feeling, high on believing.
You loved that movie.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah!
Hooked on a feeling!
Dun, 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 dun.
It's just one of those things where
I got it.
I really love the cast in the movie.
Yeah, it's a good cast.
Especially, people give Star-Lord so much shit now.
Yeah.
For Infinity War. I don't give him shit because that was a character. That's what he does.
I know.
And I'll say, especially after Endgame, I think Rocket's my favorite character in the MCU.
How much for the arm?
The rabbit. The rabbit.
Yeah, between that and the action scenes are really good, too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess the one problem is the villain, but that's most MCU movies.
I honestly expected you to like Guardians Volume 2 more.
I have a few problems with Guardians Volume 2 in terms of pacing.
Yeah, but the villain was much better.
The villain is better in Volume 2. It's just, I think the getting together, becoming a family, and Part 1 is
It sticks with you more?
interesting. Yeah, it sticks with me a lot more. So, yeah, that's why Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my top 5.
It's a good pick. I'm trying to figure out what the other movie was on my list. Because, oh man, I was kind of putting my list together right now. I can't really remember what it actually truly was.
Yeah, you see, unlike us, he didn't list them.
Yeah, I really did not.
Yeah.
Despite us telling him a week in advance what this was going to be.
Yeah, but that was a heavy work week for me, though.
Which is a good
It's always a heavy work week for me. I had a horrible day yesterday.
Yeah, he drank soapy Dr. Pepper.
Well, that was the cherry on top. I had a pothole. I got a tire bulge, which I was somehow able to drive to the tire shop after work, which I had to drive all the way to work after I got the bulge. Don't do that, by the way. It's incredibly dangerous.
It was basically an
I had a horrible. Well, the day itself, everybody around me, the environment was all great at work as it normally is, but everything else. But it's what I had to do that day was horrible. And then soapy Dr. Pepper, and that was just cherry on top.
It was wow.
Yeah, but anyway, continue on.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Damn it! This is actually really. It was tougher to actually try and make the list up to begin with.
I have a feeling you're gonna have a very easy time naming your least favorites.
Oh, don't you know it?
Yeah.
I actually had a kind of a hard time naming my least favorites. I had a easy time with the favorites.
I actually had a hard time putting together the least favorites too, because there are certain movies that I utterly despise, but with superhero movies and comic stuff, it's very few and minimal for me.
I mean, there's quite a few that I hate.
There's only a few.
There's only 5 that I really
There's only a few that I just truly despise.
Yeah, but We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. Not until the next MCU podcast.
Fair enough.
Which might be never.
I wouldn't plan on it.
I'm sure we'll talk about Endgame at some point.
Oh, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what is that list? Go ahead, Brennan.
Okay. Another.
Since Tristan's out.
I'm not out, just trying to figure it out.
I'm sure there's an MCU movie you really like.
Oh, there's a few, actually.
Yeah, but which ones are worth putting in your top?
In your
top
5 superhero films.
I almost said top 5, but making a top 5 would be even more difficult than just a random 5.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm also sure there's a couple X-Men movies you could think of.
Oh. Are you kidding? I can think of like one right off the top of my head.
Well, what's the one right off the top of your head?
Days of Future Past.
All right, well, accept that.
I agree with you.
Days of Future Past.
That's not my favorite one, but I agree with you.
Days of Future Past was a great movie. Granted, I didn't care so much for a couple of the changes, like giving Kitty Pryde those psychic powers all of a sudden out of nowhere. Because I'm not even going to buy the comic book. That was just weird, even for Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was odd to me.
But the thing I really loved about it was Quicksilver's scene, most importantly of all.
Yeah, he outdid Quicksilver
Oh.
from Age of Ultron.
In terms of the pure X-Men movies, yeah, Days of Future Past is easily my favorite one.
And the Road Cut is much better.
I haven't seen the Road Cut.
I still need to watch it, but just the fact that it did a Quicksilver scene as a giant fuck you to the MCU Age of Ultron, because the Quicksilver...
No, that wasn't a fuck you to Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron hadn't come out yet.
No, that's the thing. It actually was, because...
I mean, the fuck you was that
To Marvel.
MCU had to kill Quicksilver.
No,
Like, they could only keep one of them.
No, it's the fact that... Because when they got word that they're going to add Quicksilver to Age of Ultron,
They did something way better than Age of Ultron did.
Fox got ahead of that, because they literally shot that scene for the movie when the movie was already 90% finished.
Last minute.
Last minute.
Nice.
The casting, the scripting, the choreography.
It fits so well in the movie.
Because originally it was going to be Juggernaut who else spring Magneto out of the Pentagon.
Okay, I don't know how that would have worked.
No, they didn't do that.
No,
Yeah, I'm
so
thankful.
they changed it at the last minute and wound up being the greatest scene in the movie. Just as a middle finger
I don't think it was my favorite scene in the movie, but it was a great scene.
as a middle finger to Joss Whedon and Marvel at the same time.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is,
Yeah,
the guy who played Quicksilver in that movie was also the best friend to Kick-Ass,
Yeah.
who was playing Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
yeah, that was actually funny.
Yeah, real quick, that you guys do realize that means that after New Mutants, Quicksilver's just gone. From
He'll get dusted by Disney.
No, he's already dead.
That means we would most likely see him die in Dark Phoenix.
Well,
I don't know, because
I don't
after
think-
Dark Phoenix, there's nothing left. They're not going to make anything.
yeah,
But still, it's
that
just like,
universe.
they're
it's just the
sticking
fact they
those-
can.
They're sticking the X-Men into Phase 5 when they do Avengers versus X-Men.
Who knows? They might start him in Phase 4. Phase 4 is apparently going to be really long.
Yeah. People are actually saying that Far From Home is the official end of Phase 3.
No, it's the official start of Phase 4.
Yeah, well, people who say otherwise
Are wrong.
Speaking of
Endgame was the end of Phase 3.
Speaking of Phase 3, the only thing that's still here, like fresh in my mind, is that one video on YouTube of Thanos eating KFC discussing his plans.
We'll talk about Thanos plans another day.
Yeah.
But seriously, all you just hear him is just like just crunching on some fried chicken from KFC, just talking while sitting on Titan.
Okay, back on topic again.
I want KFC now.
Yeah, well,
I'm
you
thinking
managed
chicken
to
and waffles for breakfast.
you managed to get your second one thought up.
Yep.
So think up your third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, as for me, it's yet another unoriginal guess, that is, Into the Spider-Verse.
And I'll just join you on this one because that's also on my list.
Yeah.
It's not directly on my list, but damn, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was great. And, of course, knowing me, you know who my favorite character in that movie was.
Yeah, Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, I was fucking awesome in that movie!
There's my third movie.
What?
You'll see.
We'll get to it.
Alright, well let me tell you, Spider-Man Noir kicked all sorts of ass in there, yeah! Sounded all sorts of mafia-type type mumbo jumbo and just talking and punching and shit. And of course, Penny Parker was also pretty interesting. You ended up liking her by the end of the movie, Tristan. You hated her when she first arrived, mostly due to the fact that she was an anime thing. And of course, we all just love Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Spider-Ham is just, delicious. Take that how you will. And of course, the story with Miles and Peter B is just... There's a great mentor-student-pupil type of relationship there, and it was fucking phenomenal! And of course, rest of the movie, you've all probably seen the movie, and if you haven't, the fuck's wrong with you?
I mean, it won Best Animated Picture.
Yeah, it did, so if you haven't seen it, what the fuck's wrong with you?
You're gonna have a hell of a time trying to follow that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Aren't you still colorblind?
I don't know.
So, okay.
I see in black and white.
Okay, so my thing is Spider-Verse is just the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
This movie actually this movie just managed to throw as much of it as it could into the movie and just somehow made it work. I think part of it might have been Phil Lord and Chris Miller's producing.
Or definitely one of the...
Yeah, one of the reasons why I wish we had seen their version of Solo, but...
yeah, but Star Wars will be covered in another video.
Yeah.
Closer to Rise of Skywalker.
Close to the end of the year. But, yeah, my favorite part of this movie is Miles.
Miles
Like,
was...
I never disliked Miles, ever. When I first originally heard of the Miles Morales Spider-Man, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. That completely captures what the idea of Spider-Man is. It could be anybody.
Anyone can wear the mask, man.
Yeah, okay, stop interrupting me, Nick Cage. But,
Well, fine then. I'll just go and I'll leave.
yeah,
your
we
other
leave,
podcast.
Nick Cage.
Fine. But let me just say one thing.
Nick, if you don't get out here, I'll make
Nick,
you go
you'll
start a
show
drink.
up later in this podcast. Go
Not
away.
the bees! Not the bees!
Nick, if you don't get out here, they're gonna make a Ghost Rider dream.
Don't.
Oh, come on, guys. I pissed fire in the last one. Even I thought that was kind of stupid.
And yeah, this movie sold me on Miles just as a character. Part of me thinks he's a little more interesting than Peter Parker, actually.
He was supposed to be, because, believe it or not, Ned Leeds and, like, Spider-Man Homecoming and all that stuff, that was all supposed to be Miles' stuff, so Tom Holland's Spider-Man ended up stealing from Miles for the
And they want to do
MCU.
a Miles movie.
Which, we already got that.
Yeah, I don't want them to do a Miles movie. That's what Into the Spider-Verse is, and it's perfect. But then, because my problem with Homecoming was pretty much that we discussed this in the MCU podcast a bit.
No, we lost that.
No, we didn't. Homecoming is phase 3.
Okay. All right.
We lost phase 2.
I was also gonna say, I really just realized something.
What?
He is truly a Spider-Man because he had his uncle die in front of him.
Yeah. Every
No, I
Spider-Man-
noticed that too.
Yeah,
He was shot too!
Yeah, every Spider-Man in that universe apparently has to have an uncle die. Which sucks for the people of that
Except
universe.
Penny, she lost a father.
No, she's from another dimension. I'm talking about in Miles' dimension because Chris Pine was Spider-Man before he died in that dimension. He lost his Uncle Ben and Miles lost his Uncle Aaron.
Yeah, Earth 1610.
Yeah.
Well, every Spider-Man
it
just
would-
loses a loved one.
Yeah, it sucks for Uncle Day in that universe.
But is Peter's favorite brand of rice still Uncle Ben's?
Tyler, continue. Wrap.
You guys completely derailed my whole train of thought. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's a great movie. It's easily my favorite Spider-Man. This is not the last time you'll be seeing him in this podcast, though.
Bogerman.
Which that actually brings up a topic. Did anyone else think it was weird that Nicolas Cage just showed up and interrupted our podcast?
No, I didn't think it was weird at all.
It was nice seeing him, actually.
Really? Because I thought it was really weird.
They're just feeding some bacon for the cracks of the floor, and he's okay.
Okay, Tristan, your next one, if you've thought of it.
You didn't see yours yet.
His was Into the
No, Into the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Alright, fine. TCG TTM. Teen Titans, go to the movies!
I
Interesting.
Honestly, didn't expect that from you.
Really? You heard me laughing at theater.
It's decent.
I know, but I didn't think you would consider it one of your major favorites.
Oh, definitely. It's because it's Teen Titans, where you're sure as hell not supposed to take them seriously. They're so damn meta, even going so far as referencing the challenge of the unknown. Like, literally, who in this group actually knows anything worth a damn about the challenge of the unknown? Okay. But still, outside anyone else.
It was Brendan who raised his hand, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm raising my hand simply because I learned about them from Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yeah, basically. That's all I know him from.
Yeah, see?
So they're the most obscure, and no one gives a shit about them.
Not most people, idiots, at least. But
Maybe DC will make a TV show for them, and they'll be really good.
that'd be interesting.
Just like Doom Patrol.
As long as they put it on the DC Universe app.
Because also, it's another animated Nick Cage film. Because he was Superman in that.
Did someone call my name?
No, Nick Cage, go away.
Oh, but you guys said Nick Cage, and
No.
I was in.
No,
You motherfucker.
go away.
Fine. Fuck you guys.
That's it. I'm Green Lantern Ghost Rider Dre.
No.
Dude, don't do that. Don't greenlight.
Don't give them ideas.
We don't want.
They already want to make a TV show for him.
He was already in a TV show.
No, they're making him. They want to give him his own TV show.
Yeah, we don't want any more of that. And I certainly don't want to reprise that fucking role.
Go away, Nick Cage.
There's some bacon underneath the doorstep.
Thank you.
Back to Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Right.
Seriously, how did he keep getting in here?
Will
Stop
Arnett,
derailing our conversations, Nick Cage.
Will Arnett as Deathstroke. Slay.
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 So I liked Teen Titans Go to the Movies just fine. A lot of it's manic and annoying.
I actually annoyed
the
him.
Show is manic and annoying.
You know, Tristan,
The show.
when we were in line waiting for the comics today, I actually annoyed him because I apparently remembered the entirety of the Teen Titans rap that they did at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, that rap was lit as hell.
Go Teen Titans! Go
Teen Titans! Go Teen Titans!
Copyright!
Bastard.
Fine, we'll do the other rap that we know about. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
Also
Go
copyrighted.
Ninja! Fine. God.
Anyway, Will Arnett as Slade was a great choice, especially since he would play Batman in Lego Batman.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have intertwining connections with other roles that they've done.
And come on, it was an animated DC movie that cameoed Stan Lee out of nowhere twice.
Yeah, and you know, there's actually an animated DC movie on my list, which we'll get to that when that eventually goes there.
Honestly, this was also my problem with Deadpool 2. There's a point where you get too meta, and I like to take it somewhat seriously.
Oh come on, it's Teen Titans Go. You already have your problems with it, but yet you want to try to take this seriously?
No. However, again, there's a point where you get too meta, and it just kind of stops being funny.
I find it worked very well because of how much of a DC fan
Again,
I
it's
actually.
decent. It's not bad. It's not.
And what about the upbeat?
It's better. I think it's way better than the show.
What about the upbeat inspirational song about life?
It's an upbeat, inspirational song about copyright.
And then they hit him with the car.
Okay, that was funny.
That was fucking funny.
Poor tiger.
There's a surprising amount of manslaughter in that movie.
Hit and run too.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan, on to yours.
Alright. I'm cheating with this one. The 3 MCU Captain America movies.
Cheater.
I already said I was cheating, so there's nothing else you can do to me.
And you think that gives them power over?
Yeah, but I liked the first Avenger even more so after the entire Infinity Saga is done with.
Yeah, First Avenger's really underrated, honestly.
Yeah, I loved Winter Soldier, and especially comparing it to the comic, I love Civil War. I just like that trio of Captain America movies, and I'm glad that they're keeping that as a trio. Like
trilogy?
Trilogy, yeah. because we're not getting any more stuff with Chris Evans as Captain America.
Yeah, Steve Rogers.
Which I'm fine with. And I'm just happy remembering that as the time, and I still find it hilarious that sometimes when I see interviews with Chris Evans, he acts more like the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four.
At least he's not acting like Lucas Lee.
Oh yeah, that guy. Well, again, another totally expected choice from me, but that's pretty much all I can say about it because we've already gone over this stuff with the MCU.
Well, we lost Winter Soldier, so you can talk about that one.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier is just awesome regardless. If I keep going on, there's just so many ways that I can say that movie is awesome. It's got great atmosphere, it's got great comedy, it's got great emotional stuff going on in it.
Chris Evans was a great Captain America, but it was still weird because the whole time when I was thinking about a Captain America movie, the only person I could think of to actually fill the role at the time was Matt Damon.
I don't know.
Maybe in the 90s. Because there's actually a chart.
I mean, Matt Damon made a cameo in an MCU film. Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's just a cameo guy.
Yeah, still, I love that triad of films, and I love Chris Evans, and I'm happy that he got a solid ending with his role as Captain America. And I hope he goes on to do some great directing.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay, so my next pick's The Dark Knight. Yes, Tristan, I know you have your problems with it.
I still enjoyed it. I just didn't really care for a Joker or much on some other things, but I still enjoyed the movie.
And please don't lunge at him this time.
I wasn't going to. Besides,
despite the fact that it's another universe.
You want me to lunge at you now?
Because here's my thing with comic book movies.
And besides,
I don't care how accurate to the comic book or how well they capture so much the spirit of comic books so much as I want it to be a good movie first.
And besides, to clear all up, I tackled you for the Bane comments.
Are you not detained, Tristan?
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, The Dark Knight just kind of fires on... Well, yeah, it does fire on all cylinders, but it's a great movie, first and foremost. Like, it really captures that idea of morality, what it means to cross lines, go over the edge, the inner struggle of man, with Harvey Dent especially.
Plus, we got a ton of great quotes from this movie too.
Yeah, and then
That's for sure.
I love Heath Ledger's Joker. He's not my favorite Joker. I still prefer Mark Hamill. But in terms of the live action Jokers, he's my favorite one.
He's the scariest Joker.
Yeah, he's the scariest one because he's more real.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, this role killed him.
Pretty much. Jack Nicholson said this role was evil and they should stop doing it for movies. We gotta protect Joaquin Phoenix.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, go on.
It's like he actually captures the Joker really well, because my interpretation of the Joker is that the Joker's not actually funny. He thinks he's funny, and he'll kill you if you don't think he's funny. And then of course, just like him giving his backstory, perfect. Because he never gives the same... He gives it twice, and it's not the same one either time.
Right.
It's multiple choice.
Yeah. Even that whole part where Michael Caine actually had a line where the Joker was supposed to storm into that party. He actually forgot his line because that was the first time seeing Heath as the Joker.
Yeah, and then... I mean, yeah... Christian Bale's a great Bruce Wayne. And I see what they were going for with his Batman, especially the voice. I see what they were going for with his voice.
I honestly preferred his voice in Batman Begins because it wasn't as gravelly.
No, it was gravel. It was more gravelly.
My thing is, if he had all that technology, why didn't he just invest in a voice modulator on his throat?
Because he would have sounded like a robot.
Yeah, I don't like Robot Batman.
That's
the one thing about Ben Affleck I really didn't like.
It didn't have to sound like
matters.
It didn't have to sound like a robot. just enough to like you just modify it just a little bit.
Can you imagine though if they went the opposite route with that and they made him sound high and squeaky like a bat?
We saw Batman Begins.
Yeah, but I get what they were going for with that. It's like he's like nobody will think Bruce Wayne under that voice. Nobody.
Yeah, and to answer your question, I don't have throat cancer. Yet.
Well, Christian Bale's a great actor.
Yeah. I still need to see Vice.
Because, like I said, I still have some hang-ups about the movie, like a great deal of hang-ups, but I still enjoyed it. The Batsuit is great. Easily.
He can turn his head.
He can finally turn his head.
I know, right? Why was that always such a problem?
They always used a cowl in the old days.
I know. I mean, the whole thing always was a cowl, but the thing is...
I know, but it was like one solid thing instead of multiple pieces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the action set pieces in the movie are fucking great too.
Cinematography's great as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the music by Hans Zimmer.
We don't talk
Perfect.
bad about Hans Zimmer or anything.
Really? Because the Man of Steel
Man of
theme...
Steel soundtrack is...
It sounds an awful lot like The Dark Knight.
It really does. The Man of Steel itself feels an awful lot like The Dark Knight, and that's one of the reasons why that movie doesn't work.
We'll get to DC debate at some point, hopefully, fellas.
Well, that's not going to be part of this podcast.
I know, it's going to be its own video that I'll have to edit.
Alright, anyway...
Okay, so my piece on The Dark Knight set. If you don't like that choice, switch it out with 89 Batman. I love that movie too.
Or if you're those people who likes Ben Affleck's Batman, Pup, and Dawn of
No,
Justice.
don't. No, don't even compare.
Yeah, Pop in Justice League.
Definitely not.
What's the matter, Tyler? It's just another universe.
I don't care. It's not good.
Now, there was a lot of this stuff, but
Still.
still another universe.
Alright.
Now, still, Tristan, do you feel in charge? Clearly not.
Why are you talking for a crab?
Gotham is yours!
I don't want Gotham. It's a shithole.
Tristan, what's your next pick?
My next pick? Oh, okay. Let's see. What do we do? This is on what? Is this round 3 now?
This is round 4.
Okay, so it is round 4.
Yep, round 4.
That's why. Alright. This one is going to be really odd to a lot of people.
Is it
But-
Screw-On Head?
Scrownhead's not a movie.
No, it's not, but trust me, if it was...
It's also not a superhero, technically.
And depends on how you classify it, but yeah, but one is not is another DC movie.
No
2,
surprise.
it's very odd and surreal choice. I bet you can guess what it is already.
Batman and Robin.
Close.
Batman Forever?
Batman Forever.
Awesome.
You chose that over 89?
No, sure. Don't get me wrong. I love 89. 89 was a brilliant piece of Batman work.
And Batman Returns, cough cough.
Yes, and Batman Returns. But the thing is, when I was younger, Batman Forever was like the first Batman movie I ever saw, and this is like when I was like 4 or 5 or so. And I just remembered like Val Kilmer, because when I go revisit now, it's like I thought he was a great Bruce Wayne. He could have been a better Batman.
No, he's a terrible Batman.
Like I said, he could have been a better Batman.
Yeah.
But the thing was, the movie, even though the story was bad, it was fun. It was campy Batman fun.
Well, I won't argue with you there, but
Yeah, I
that's
can-
also kind of where my problems with the movie lie. It's still in the same universe as serious 89 Returns Batman.
I can still understand where he's coming from, because one of the first movies you've ever seen as a kid, you're going to cherish.
But
That's one of
yes,
your
but-
very first memories.
I don't know. I don't cherish Phantom Menace at all.
But when you go back to it as an adult, you can definitely see like there's some glaring problems with it. But you can still have fun with it. Because who did not enjoy the energy Jim Carrey brought as the Riddler?
Really? Because I just thought he brought the energy as Ace Ventura. Pet Detective.
Well,
Is
technically...
that like Jim Carrey's the Eggman in the Sonic movie?
That I do not know. However, I have to ask you a few questions.
But still, who did not enjoy Riddler?
I enjoyed Riddler.
I enjoyed Riddler.
I did not enjoy Two-Face.
Two-Face.
Who enjoyed Two-Face? Not me, actually.
No.
Tommy Lee Jones is a dick.
Yeah, you know for a fact that he went up to Jim Carrey and said he hates him because he can't
Can't stand
his
his
buffoonery.
unsanctioned buffoonery.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he acts like that in the movie.
I forget.
No, I don't understand why they made Two-Face the Joker.
It was the Men in Black movie. I made that reference regarding Tommy Lee Jones's comeback when it was Men in Black, because I think the last thing that I remember him in beforehand was Batman Forever.
Yeah.
And it might have been he might have had another movie, but I don't really know about that.
And to be fair, I'm kind of BSing my list a little bit, but that is one of the movies I still enjoy even to this day.
And that's fair.
Plus, some of the visuals were actually pretty cool for a Gotham in a Joel Schumacher universe.
Yeah, you can't say that Joel Schumacher's set design wasn't impressive.
Because
I just said this was
literally,
good, except for when it wobbled.
And
because,
the statue of Gotham-y.
plus, come on, who did not think the Batmobile and the Batwing in that movie looked badass?
I thought it looked a little too phallic.
Yeah, it looked a bit, to me.
Well, of course it's gonna look phallic. It's Joel Schumacher. Remember the bat nips and close up of the ass in the scene?
Yeah, and the fact that Batgirl in the next movie did not have bat nipples.
Yeah, that's Schumacher for you. But the thing was, the energy felt good. It was funny, and not to mention the fact that, how do I put this? It was campy. It was stupid, but still kind of enjoyable. Just how much work they actually put into just trying to just build the little pieces for it.
Yes, but you said menacing.
Yeah, I know.
It is not menacing.
Plus, also the best part of the movie, one of the best parts, Alfred.
Well, he was one of the best parts of that whole quadrilogy.
Can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get taken.
I'll get drive-through. So I'll take 2 cheeseburgers, a large fry, and I have a movie out, so whatever cheap piece of plastic you got my face on. Which actually do have 2 of those cups from that movie.
Yeah, those were actually pretty sweet.
Yes.
Okay, but I guess moving on.
Yeah.
Brandon, your fourth pick.
Logan.
Okay. That was gonna be my fourth pick. That is my choice of X-Men movie.
Yeah, it's dark, it's depressing, it's got one fucking hilarious performance from Patrick Stewart.
I wouldn't say hilarious. It's a very sad performance in my eyes.
Now, I still found it funny in
There's
most
funny
parts.
but it's
Did you take your meds?
It's got some funny parts, but it's mostly a very sad, somber performance.
I liked Laura in the movie, though. That was a fucking good kid actor. Tristan's playing with the cat right now, so we're trying to put our words together.
Don't play with the cat in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, it's Kitty.
Yeah, it is a kitty. Yeah, it's my kitty.
I still haven't even fully seen Logan yet, but I know how beautiful that movie looked.
Yeah, I have yet to watch the noir version,
I haven't either. I really want to.
which apparently the noir version makes it even more depressing.
Well, yeah, it's noir. And
Someone say noir!
No, Nick Cage! Get him, Kitty!
Okay, get Nick Cage.
Not the cat!
The cat just ran past me. It's literally no threat.
That's because she's going after your bacon.
No, not my bacon! Not my bacon, goddammit! No one thinks it's weird how he keeps popping up.
He's living in your crawl space.
Why is... Okay, Tyler, you continue. I'm gonna fucking get him out of my crawl space. Get out of here, Nick Cage! No, it's my house too, I'm living here!
This joke's getting a bit old. Yeah, I know you have your hang-ups about the Dark Knight, and Logan's essentially the X-Men version of that. It still has a bit more of the comic bookiness to it, though, just because of the nature of X-Men and all that.
Yeah, but Logan was really forgivable for me.
Beautiful movie, just in terms of tone and everything, and story.
Ow.
Yeah, okay, the joke's getting old.
Where were we?
Logan.
Oh, yeah. Great movie. Very depressing end for Wolverine.
It's a very fitting end for Wolverine.
Somber.
Especially since there's not going to be any more X-Men movies in that universe after
Dark Phoenix.
After New Mutants, actually.
Is that taking place in the same universe?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a different thing.
No, it's the same universe. Because it's still mutants, it's still Fox, it's still X-Men.
For now.
And until after New Mutants.
Yep.
Yeah. I honestly don't have anything else to say regarding Logan.
Well, you derailed the whole thing with your Nick Cage joke. So, Tristan, last pick.
My last pick. Damn, that's a tough one, actually. Because, what would be that final pick?
You haven't picked an MCU.
Or an animated movie.
I did pick an MCU, didn't I?
No.
I did not.
Did you pick an animated movie?
One my runner-ups was going to be Justice League Dark.
Do you want that to be the last one, or are you thinking of an MCU?
I'm actually thinking of an MCU now, because...
Because I guess we never did establish direct-to-DVD or theatrical.
Yeah, we never really did.
I guess
Yeah, we're getting more towards, like, direct-to-video and stuff when I get to my worst.
Well, when we get to my worst, we're gonna go. It's all theatrical.
Oh, that's going to be fun on a bun there.
Alright, but Tristan, think of it.
Will do. I could seriously cheat right now. I really could.
Go ahead. I did it.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
That's not a superhero movie.
They are superheroes.
They are teenagers with attitude. Tyler's rubbing his head in frustration.
Oh, boo.
We're going the comic book route.
They did have comic books, you know.
Yeah,
They were from a TV show.
Yeah, but we changed that from comic book to superhero. So. And the Power Rangers are superheroes.
Actually, you know what? Change that, switch it out. TMNT 2.
Secrets of the Ooze?
And 1.
Okay, I'll go with 1.
Just the fact that those suits were actually really on par, actually really on point. They actually had some great mobility in them. They look great as the Turtles.
Yeah, definitely looked the best in the first one.
I don't know about the second movie, but I do really like the first one.
That looked like shit in the third one.
We don't talk about the third one.
Also, Shredder. How the hell do you not love the way Shredder looks in that?
You love the way he looks.
I don't like.
You hate how he's taken out like a little bitch.
I don't like how they characterized him.
Yeah, they did take him out like a little bitch in the second one. Technically, he takes himself out. Really?
Yeah, he went out like a bitch in the first one too. It's the equivalent of a cartoon character sticking their leg out and someone else getting tripped over.
And then Casey pulled a lever on a garbage truck in order to crush him.
Yeah, I did.
Oops.
And he lived through that.
Yeah, well, I didn't really expect Casey to be like the responsible one because he seems like the type of person who would kill someone.
He is the kind of person who would kill someone.
Exactly.
And they all are. Because it's less based off of the TV show, more based off the original novel, the original graphic novel.
Yeah,
Plus, if you really think about it, dude, in the very first issue of TMNT, Shredder dies.
You know, that just reminds me of Turtles Forever, where the original Turtles are facing the 2003 Shredder, and their Shredder pops up, and he just goes out like a bitch because people are throwing garbage at him. He gets garbage thrown at him, and he falls off the roof.
That's depressing.
Probably into a garbage truck so Casey can pull the lever.
That's depressing. But you gotta admit, the combat was actually pretty decent. Was the combat not good?
Yeah, the confrontation with the Shredder at the end of the first one was definitely...
What about the Foot Soldier attack on April's apartment?
Oh yeah,
that
that
was
was a good
No, I'm
fight scene, too.
not disagreeing.
And it's the only movie where you get to see the Turtles use their weapons.
Yeah, because the second one they switched it up.
Okay, why are you also going with the second one as a cheat?
I will say this, though.
Ninja rap.
Ninja! Ninja! Rap! Ninja! Ninja! Rap! Go! Go!
Fine,
Go!
but it's
go!
also Vanilla Ice, so it sucks.
Hey, leave Vanilla Ice alone.
Vanilla Ice is awful.
Yeah, well, that ninja rap is just as good as bad as Venom.
Plus, also in the like the reason why TMNT could be said so good, like little team bit stuff. Like the actual suit actors for the Turtles were actually had small cameos in the movie. For like, if you don't pay attention to them, you actually miss them just like that. Like the guy who was in the car.
Wait, was he one of the pizza delivery guys?
I think he was.
Cool.
And the guy who was in the taxi that stopped at the light really hard, really hefty the really halting light.
What the hell was that?
That was Raphael.
Wait, the guy in the back?
Yeah.
Looks like a big turtle in a trench coat.
Yeah.
You're going to LaGuardia, right?
Yeah, that was Raphael in the back.
Yeah, TMNT. The first TMNT is definitely one of my.
And one of the best part is
movies.
why April had such a good performance in that movie. Is because she got pointers from one of the biggest comic nerds in the industry at the time.
Who?
Robin Williams.
Nice.
Robin Williams was a diehard fan of the Turtles, and so he gave her pointers on how to play April's character properly, and that's why she was that good.
Turns out he was a fan of a lot of things.
Isn't he also technically well, I don't know about him being a producer, but isn't this movie also technically the highest grossing indie film?
Highest grossing indie comic film, yes.
I think just indie film in general.
No, because I'm pretty sure there's a few of them that beat out the Turtles, but definitely the highest grossing indie comic film.
My thing with Ninja Turtles 2 is that while they did take away the weapons so that parents wouldn't get their
Fisherman?
Yeah. They instead taught kids how to use random items
Toys.
they can find
Probably more
around the
dangerous,
house.
honestly.
It is.
Yes. Especially since one was a yo-yo.
Yeah. A toy that most kids at that time commonly played with.
Yep, and not mention the fact the yo was actually first developed as a weapon.
People are morons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Brandon, what's your next pick?
My final pick. It's a direct-to-DVD movie. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Ooh, that's a great one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll get the stuff, dude.
Yeah, I know. I loved this movie, and I actually saw this before I saw the show, and this is what got me interested in the show. Because the order of Terry McGinnis Batman that I was introduced to was this movie, then the Justice League cartoon, and then the actual show. Which, honestly, this is not a bad way to start out your introduction to Terry McGinnis.
It really isn't.
Not at all.
And the interesting thing with him facing the original Batman's one of his greatest enemies is he already passed the torch on, but it's a great passing the torch moment because he's a different Batman from the past one.
A fully solidified Batman.
Yes, and he completely threw Joker for a loop, and of course Mark Hamill is great in this movie, and he's actually scary as shit when I first saw it.
And remember, because of that movie and the Justice League cartoon, they went back to Joker's original design.
Yep.
And it made it more terrifying.
Yep. Yeah, the stuff that he did to Tim Drake in the movie was honestly
that whole flashback scene is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, that flashback scene was one of the most terrifying things to me as a child because I got this movie like when I was 7. And I was always afraid of like I still had my fear of clowns, so this did not help, but it was one of those adrenaline things, like I was scared, but I wanted to keep watching it.
Also, not to mention the fact, like, can we also agree that the TV version was actually better than the uncensored version?
No, I think the uncensored version is better.
I think the uncensored version is better, but
Having
the TV version has
Drake
its own unique type of thing.
The Joker is a lot better to me.
With me, I actually preferred on the censored version because it still shows that Tim was still actually in there even throughout all the experimentation, and then the Joker basically kind of takes himself out in the most gruesome way possible of electrocution of death while trying to fight Tim.
It's still a good scene.
It's a good alternate ending.
Considering where they go with Drake in this movie, I just think that having him kill the Joker is a lot more powerful.
Yeah, and on top of the whole censored version, I prefer uncensored when Joker, at the beginning of the movie, shoots Bonk.
I forgot about that scene. Actually.
Because he's just stone cold dead in the uncensored when he gets shot. In the TV version, he's like filled with Joker gas and he's just giggling like an idiot. Which I find his dead smile more intimidating than him just laughing. And of course, Kevin Conroy is just great in this movie.
Kevin Conroy's good. Mark Hamill's great.
Yeah.
Do you need the quintessential Batman and Joker voices?
The true dynamic duo. Yeah, and I've honestly been afraid to do an actual review of this movie because it's just that good.
Really?
Yeah, it's like that and Under the Red Hood are two DC animated movies that I'm kind of intimidated of reviewing.
I love Under the Red Hood.
Was that your choice?
No, it's not my choice.
Alright, well, I've said my piece. You can go ahead and do yours.
Okay, so... Yeah, my last pick is Hellboy.
Okay, I'll give that one to you. Okay,
Original from 2004.
I should have put that on my list. I really should have.
Yeah, you can also put in Golden Army, because I love that movie too.
See, now you're cheating.
I'm not cheating, because I'm not actually going to talk about
I
that
should have
movie.
thrown that in on my list.
But
too late now.
I'm mostly going with 2004, because it is one of the most fun comic book superhero movies I've ever seen. Like, I think I've stated this before, but I read some of the comic now, and it feels like one of those things that was just kind of tailor-made for me.
You literally said this when you were ranting about 2019 Hellboy and how much that was a disappointment.
Yeah, but there are problems with this movie. Like, Myers as a character really didn't need to be there.
Yeah, which is why he's pretty much gone in the next movie.
No, he's actually the reason he's not in the second movie is because of scheduling conflicts with the actor.
Yeah, but
Couldn't get him back.
character-wise, they just had Hellboy ship him to Antarctica.
Alaska, actually.
One of the two.
You get your places mixed up all the time. they're very different places.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I heard him say Antarctica, so...
Alaska. They don't have a base in Antarctica.
Either way, continue.
It's like, the practical effects in this movie are great.
That is the biggest bravo I'll give
Yeah,
to
these
it.
are
Oh, hell yeah.
best. The CGI is also pretty good.
With how rubbery, like, the practical effects is, it blends beautifully.
It is around the same time that Van Helsing came out with Hugh Jackman.
We don't talk about Van Helsing.
We talk about the animated movie, but we don't talk about the live action.
You mean the little prequel to the live action movie?
Yes.
Guillermo del Toro is a great director.
No, Hellboy is kind of tailor made for him to direct.
Yeah, it really is. That and Swamp Thing, which I really wish he had gotten to direct. But it's like, between this, the second movie, and Blade 2, I've essentially just realized that Guillermo del Toro plus comic book movie equals win.
I actually completely forgot about the Blade movie.
As long as it has horror, as long as it has elements of horror to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is essentially Hellboy's origin story, essentially, because this is basically a somewhat loose but still fairly good adaptation of the first story for Hellboy, with a few other things sprinkled in here. But again, unlike 2019 where they're just shoved in, they're just sprinkled in here in bits and places, used differently to add to the story. And it's just... Visually, this is one of the best looking movies from that era. And this is one of the few comic book movies that was coming out at that time that wasn't afraid to be a comic book movie. This isn't the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, back to regarding 2019 Hellboy, I tried watching a part of that. I didn't even make it a minute in before I said, nope, this is stupid, click.
Yes, okay. Let's just move on to the bad now.
Yeah, but...
Okay, one more thing. Abe Sapien was amazing in that freaking movie.
Yeah, the same good guy ended up working with Del Toro again for Shape of Water.
Nice. Before we move on to the worst, I'd like to mention a few honorables that I think are worth talking about.
Go right ahead.
Now, let's mention honorables at the end, because I really want to lead into this.
All right. Let's the baby have his bottle.
Fine,
Yes.
we'll give the baby his bottle.
We are moving on from Hellboy to Hellboy.
Yeah, there's your bottle. Go ahead. We already it's honestly a small one because we've already heard him talk about this.
We're on to worst comic movies. On that list for me is the new Hellboy movie. I hope you watched the first episode of this podcast. I hate that movie. It is a bastardization of not only just the comic, but of cinema in general.
Whoa.
This movie is horrible. It's manic. It's annoying. It's in your face all the time. The CGI is awful.
I've actually just said this, but I tried watching it a minute in. Nope.
I ain't even bothered to try working towards it. I actually kind of forgot about it for a while.
It's like, I can't stand this fucking movie, and I'm so glad that out of a $50 million budget, it only made $39 million.
Yikes.
I know what I'm getting him for his gag gift this year.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck this movie. Fuck it. Moving on.
Yeah, Tristan, you want...
No, reverse order. So you next. You're still second.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, I've still got to go back into my list and see the bottom, but most of my worst will actually be animated movies, like direct DVD animated ones. I'm going to save one of them for the very last so that I can go out on a sort of opposite rant like Tyler just did. So it's like starting with a rant, ending with a rant. I fucking hate Gotham by Gaslight. Tyler watched this movie with me, and he knows
the last 30 minutes of it with you.
Yeah,
I was so.
Yeah, he knows where I'm going with this. What they did with Jack the Ripper in this movie was just
retarded as hell.
Yes.
Remember, I saw the movie too.
Yeah, Gotham by Gaslight was one of the most interesting concepts for a visual, not a visual novel, for a graphic novel, and it's an amazing book that I have yet to find, but I'm sure it's damn good.
So something tells me that the movie's probably a direct adaptation.
Regardless, and
is it potential?
Most likely, yeah.
This is very much wasted potential, just from the last 30 minutes for me. And from what you've told me about the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I am going to do a review of this movie and rip it apart. But the animation is subpar compared to the other films. Like, compared to Justice League Dark, this movie is not that impressive.
It really is not.
The designs are really off, and the whole story of it is... I guess it's fine, but it's still not very well balanced. And the twist with Jack the Ripper is the most absurd thing you can do. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They could have done something so unique with this, making Jack the Ripper a new villain for this type of Batman. But instead, who do they give it to?
James Gordon?
Jim Gordon.
James Gordon. Why? Why the fuck would you take an established character in a mythos like this and make him a fucking serial killer?
Well, the best part about that is that's an Elseworld story.
Yes. Okay, so here's my problem with a lot of Batman Elseworld stories that I've run into. The reason I don't like a lot of them is because they instead of making an interesting story with it, they always try to cram in so much of the Batman mythos into such a small story that in the end you're just so overwhelmed and overblown with everything that you stop caring.
Yeah, you're choking on it.
At least you don't get that problem if you ever read the Bat manga.
Oh, I don't intend on doing that. But comparing this to like another Elseworld story like Gods and Monsters has a good different adaptation of an Elseworld Batman. This really has nothing. They're pretty much just like taking Batman and just sticking him in there. Nothing really new or unique about it at all. Bland, run-of-the-mill, Tristan. I mean, Tristan, you go ahead. You're not bland or run-of-the-mill. In fact, you're the most opposite thing of that.
Batman Ninja.
I have yet to see that movie.
I haven't watched it, and after you said that, I don't want to now.
It's 3D animated.
You just completely ruined this whole movie for me. There we go.
It's 3D animated. The thing is, it's got great animation. It was beautiful to look at. But the whole thing with it is, basically the problems of Gotham by Gaslight could have actually worked for Batman Ninja. Because it's not a period piece. It's a time travel piece.
They try to make it a period piece, but they throw time travel into the mix, apparently.
In a very stupid way.
Was it Joker who sent him into the past?
It was Grodd. As a matter of fact, the thing is, the worst part about it is, the time travel thing about it was an actual accident from the machine Grodd was trying to use in order to destroy Gotham. It just so happened it opened up a wormhole to feudal Japan and sucked in Penguin, Deathstroke, Poison Ivy, Joker and Harley, and Bane. And the thing is, it gets worse.
Look, you don't need to describe the plot to us. Just
No. I have to.
How does it get any worse than that?
Batman's the last one to actually get through the wormhole.
Oh, so it's like that episode of Justice League Unlimited with the time travel guy and how he arrived like 6 weeks before the Justice League, even though they were right behind them in the time portal.
Yep, because you know who else made it there first before him?
Who?
Batgirl, Red Hood, Nightwing,
The Bat Family, basically.
yeah, and Catwoman too, and Alfred.
Oh.
And for most of the movie, Batman's wearing his suit and cowl until it basically starts getting destroyed. And apparently, because of the 2 years down that they've been there, they managed to actually get, like, you know... Oh, you're going to enjoy this, Tyler. Remember the whole thing of Mechagodzilla being able to basically being a giant traveling city?
don't remind me.
That was a thing in this.
Well, that was cool. And well, here's the thing: Mechagodzilla in the movie was not a traveling city; he was just a city. But did nothing.
But the thing is, they each had daimyo palaces that basically could transform into giant robots and then join together in order to do one big giant Megazord thing.
No.
Yes.
Actually, that sounds way cooler than what they did with Mechagodzilla in the movie.
No.
But it's all stupidly themed. Like...
Oh.
And basically, it felt like Catwoman was basically playing both sides. And it wasn't until
So
the
is
last...
Catwoman.
Yeah, it wasn't until like the last half hour of the movie that Batman actually gets in kind of ceremonial samurai gear. Even Red Hood, you know those basket hats the Japanese traveling monks wear in order to protect their modesty.
Yeah.
Red Hood wore one of those when traveling Japan, but completely red.
No.
Yeah. So
I know, this just sounds like my exact same problems with Gotham by Gaslight.
it was, but the thing is,
Just with also...
if it was an actual perfect timepiece, it would have worked.
Well, even then, if they had crammed all that shit into it, I still don't think
It will work better than it being a time travel piece. Well, then Gorilla Grodd basically taking over the whole entire giant mech, and it basically becoming this giant mind-controlling monster.
Oh, this sounds like a stupid video game spin-off.
Actually, it sounds like it would be a cool video game spin-off that it was a terrible movie. So at least then you get to play the damn thing.
But yep,
Instead, they're playing us.
Yeah.
because the sad thing is, it's like 8 Crazy Nights. It was a stupid plot, but it had beautiful animation. Anyway, that wraps it up for me.
And that pretty much drained me.
Well, we still got 4 more bad movies to talk about.
I know. I know, but Tristan, how did you drain me with just that one starting point?
I sat for that movie for roughly 2 hours, beginning to end, in order to watch the whole thing, or see how it was going to be.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Dude,
Not without you suffering with me again.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
I watched it. It was like, what the hell? Oh yeah, apparently there's also some prophecy thing involving the bat. That's it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and I will go through that again. We will
It's on
Make
DC. It's on DC Universe.
we will make it suffer.
It's on DC Universe.
And we will both suffer, but we will make it right.
No interest.
Number 4
My next choice is Ghost Rider and the Spirit of Vengeance.
Ooh, good choice.
Oh my god, this movie is... I have very similar problems to what I have with... Actually, it's similar but opposite problems to what I had with Hellboy 2019. This movie is just so fucking manic and annoying, but it's also really boring and slow and dull, too.
34 minutes. 34 minutes is all I can actually get into that movie. I stopped as soon as he was transforming into Ghost Rider.
Nothing in this movie works.
Not even Idris Elba can make that thing work.
No, it's poorly directed.
There was direction.
I can't even talk about this movie, honestly. It's annoying, yet nothing happens. It's also poorly acted by most everybody. The best part of this movie is when Christopher Lambert shows up for about 2 minutes and then he dies.
How many bad movies is going to be in?
A lot.
Because...
What are you doing here?
And why am I always speaking this low?
It's just Christopher Lambert for you. Yeah, there's nothing to say. This is just a very bad, boring movie. It's not even fun to talk about how bad it is. It's one of those things that after I saw it, I just immediately wanted to wipe it from my mind. Like, at least the first one has some moments.
At least I feel like it knew what I was actually wanting to do.
And it's like, this one just doesn't have anything.
What about the...
why did the Ghost Rider get a sequel? It didn't make very much at the box office, I don't think.
Contract, maybe?
I don't even think it was Contract.
But you gotta admit, one thing that was good in that movie.
If it was Contract, we'd be getting more Dark Universe movies.
You gotta admit, there is one cool thing that was actually in the entire movie.
The Pissing Fire?
Hell no. The Rock Crusher.
No.
Really?
Nothing in this movie was cool.
Not the fiery Rock Crusher they possessed?
No. It was just annoying. Loud, obnoxious, too fast, yet somehow too slow at the same time. I really hate Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. What's your next pick, Brendan?
Batman Ninja has broken me.
Well, you still got 4 more, so pick.
It broke me so bad that I didn't even bother bringing Nicolas Cage back when you mentioned Spirit of Vengeance. Tristan, you go next.
Superman Returns.
Wait, what?
Superman Returns.
Of all the Superman movies, really?
I saw that one personally in theaters.
I'm not saying it's good. Trust me, I really don't like Superman Returns.
Because,
You picked that over Superman 3 or Superman 4?
to be fair, I didn't even get to see those movies.
Well, don't.
There's a good reason I haven't.
Right.
Well, Superman Returns, this is supposed to be a direct continuation from...
2.
Yeah. From a direct continuation from Richard Donner's Superman. But the thing was, it was so boring.
It was one of the hardest movies for me to sit through.
I actually have not fully watched that movie.
It was
At all.
so boring. Nothing happened. Kevin Spacey just went and shut the hell up as Lex Luthor about his grand scheme. A retarded scheme, mind you, basically making a kryptonite, which will basically just giving everyone cancer in the end since it's still radioactive.
And of course, you all know what.
I mean, it just basically
feels
kept hearing and talking of basically see Superman more as Clark in anything. Kept talking with Lois and her boyfriend, who was also played by Cyclops. Seriously, James Marsden was in that movie.
Well, it's a Bryan Singer movie, so...
I think Bryan Singer just has a boner for James Marsden at this point.
Did he work on Hop?
I don't think so.
We'll look that up later. But
If he's working on Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's not.
Okay.
because like all this yapping about your dating life, your married life, yada yada yada, and then you find out that Lois actually fathered a child out of wedlock because Superman, that child's a bastard. And he didn't realize that until the kid pushed a piano into one of Lex Luthor's henchmen.
Wait, there's a baby in this movie?
It was like a 5-year-old kid.
Which they go nowhere with that.
Not at all.
I haven't seen this movie, and I don't plan on it. In fact,
You don't need to
It's
see this.
very boring.
Do I even have that movie?
Probably.
Brandon Routh's first outing as a superhero.
And he didn't get it right until the Atom.
Precisely. No, he didn't get his redemption until the Atom. And they actually had the nerve to make a video game out of that movie.
That I actually played. I played the video game, and you know what?
It's slightly better than Superman 64.
You know what about that movie, though? There's no save function.
You mean the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not supposed to be a save function. It's not a story-based game. It's just, it's arcadey styled.
I tried playing the demo for that so many years ago.
It's a bad game.
Yeah.
It's not Superman 64 bad, though. At least it functions somewhat.
Honestly, I'm going to chalk that up to the Superman curse. There's never been a good Superman game.
No.
Then there never will be.
There might be one day. But
If only if
it's not
Rocksteady
knowing.
actually follows through for their plans on making a Superman game.
Which they won't.
I don't think they ever had plans. It was
They
just,
actually were talking about that.
well, of course they're going to talk about it, but...
But still, it's talks.
Anyway, Brendan, pick movie.
We did a review of this movie last Halloween. I hate Constantine.
Constantine's so dull.
Constantine has rules like that of Ghost Dad.
And it's boring.
It's non-consistent.
It's dark and edgy.
We don't even need to talk about this one. We got a whole review on it. It's on the
Yeah.
channel. In fact, we'll link it in the description.
Yeah.
And also just noticing about the his shotgun, just start thinking about that again.
The cross gun.
Yeah. It doesn't even shoot 3 ways, it just shoots straight.
We actually brought that up in the review.
I actually totally forgot about that. What's the whole point of even making a shape like that if it won't even shoot 3 ways?
Because it looks
Symbolism.
cool.
It doesn't even look cool, it's just symbolism.
That's like the opposite way you take that character.
And it's embarrassing. If you want Constantine, go watch Justice League Dark or Constantine City of Demons.
Or the Constantine TV series, or Legends of Tomorrow Season 4.
Precisely. Those are the only times you'll get a good performance involving Constantine.
On to my third pick. The worst Spider-Man movie.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I hate The Amazing Spider-Man 2. For very similar reasons to why I don't like Iron Man 2. The big difference is Iron Man 2 led to shit. Amazing Spider-Man 2 led nowhere. It will never go anywhere. We will always leave it off with that piece of garbage. Dane DeHaan is awful in this movie. Andrew Garfield, how the fuck did they expect me to believe that he was a senior in high school at the end? The only somewhat redeemable thing about this movie is him and Emma Stone's chemistry. Even then, this movie's still not good.
Jamie Foxx was fine in the movie.
No, he was terrible in the movie.
He was completely transformed from his regular persona.
Yeah, and they did awful. The way they characterized that character is terrible.
Yeah.
They just made him the Riddler from Batman Forever.
Motivation-wise.
Motivation and character-wise.
He's actually a worse version of Syndrome from The Incredibles.
He is. And again, Dane DeHaan, Green Goblin, awful. Not to mention, like, when he was Green Goblin at the end with the face herpes.
I just hate that they brought in Green Goblin again too soon.
Yeah, I thought they did the whole Gwen Stacy thing way too early.
If they had planned things out, they would have saved that for maybe the third movie.
And so many people keep trying to say, no, Electro's the villain of this movie. No, he's not.
No.
No, it's Dane DeHaan.
No, we got 3 villains in this movie, and
It's mostly Dane DeHaan's the villain, because it's like Spider-Man deals with Electro once in the middle of the city, and then never mentions him again until he takes out the power grid.
Yeah.
He is not the main villain.
And then poor Paul Giamatti, man.
He didn't get to do anything. Which, to be fair, I don't give a shit about Ryan.
Also, what was with that stupid alternate ending with his father still being alive?
I don't know.
Awful. Dumb.
That whole plot point with his family was stupid.
We will be reviewing this movie soon-ish. We don't know when. But...
Yeah, we don't know at all. Tristan,
oh my God, this movie is unbearable to sit through for me.
Remember, it's your turn, man.
Yeah, you tried to skip. We didn't let you.
I was just trying to change the order, but alright. I find Spider-Man 3 to be more unbearable after rewatching it again.
Yeah, but one of the worst?
One of my least favorite Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but of all the superhero movies that have come out, one of the worst?
I can't forgive them for what they did with the black suit. I can never forgive them for what they did with Venom.
Yeah.
No, I can forgive them now.
I cannot forgive them for the dance scene. I also did a review of this movie, which I will possibly link below, along with
yeah, just link it below.
Along with Constantine. You know, it's amazing how. Actually, yes. 2 2/3 of my list are movies that I've reviewed. That we have reviewed. Nope, 3 2/3. My God. Yeah, we'll get to the rest of mine. Tristan, go ahead.
Oh no, he thought it was something awful.
He knocked over the bottle, which I think something just broke him. Which, to be completely fair, I honestly expected to happen during this part of the podcast. His eye is twitching now.
I'm sorry, guys. I just had Vietnam flashback.
You guys need me to come back?
No!
Go away!
This joke's not funny anymore.
Green Lantern 2011.
Another movie we reviewed. Wow, there's going to be a lot of links in this one.
I totally forgot about the horror of Green Lantern.
I forgot about that movie.
I straight up forgot that movie actually happened.
The second comic book movie where Ryan Reynolds sucked.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's gonna be your next pick, isn't it?
Oh God.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll talk about that when we get to that again.
Oh God.
Yeah, we did a review of Green Lantern 2011.
So I guess another link, but I'll give my thoughts on that then, since they already have.
God.
That movie's awful. I'll just leave it at that. The movie's terrible.
Oh God, Tristan?
Oh God. Oh Zhao. Oh Rao. Oh Martian God of Dreams.
You know he's flipping when he's pulling in other deities.
Do not want!
Okay, now he's broken.
Okay, so I guess my turn next.
Yeah.
So I decided to only put in one Fox Marvel movie. And there were quite a few I could have chosen.
Is it what I think it is?
See, I could have chosen Fantastic Four 2005, but I didn't.
Did you pick 2015?
I could have chosen Rise of the Silver Surfer. I didn't. I could have chosen X-Men 3. I didn't.
It is that.
I could have chosen X-Men Origins, Wolverine. But I didn't. I chose Fantastic.
God damn it. That's my next pick.
This movie is horrible.
Boring! Again, we did a comparison piece with 2005 and 2015. Link below.
There's some interesting things in this movie.
Tristan, stop flipping out.
All hampered by terrible direction, terrible studio decisions, and a final act that is so goddamn awful. I think we even mentioned this in the comparison video. It's basically, part of it's basically Elfin Lead. And then it turns into the Avengers for 2 minutes. And then it's over. And the acting is so bad.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's the best one in this movie. But that's just because he's a really good actor.
Yeah, Tristan's twitching and scratching now. So
Again, we already know what his next pick is now.
Yeah, which...
And it's one that we can all talk about simply because we did not review it.
It'll be right after we finish, because Fantastic was on me, too. Fuck Dr. Doom in this.
Dr. Doom was awful. I love Toby Kebbell. I really do. This was horrible. He was horrible in this movie.
Fuck the Cheeto Pop Rock. The Thing, if you guys couldn't guess. He's barely in this movie, and there's no interactions between the characters.
No, there's absolutely nothing. This movie is nothing.
There is literally no emotional support in any part of that movie. And Miles Teller, really?
This movie is like an hour and 40 minutes, right?
It felt like
it feels like it's a 5-hour movie.
It's so dragging. It feels so long. And again, you can see our comparison video where we discuss that. So let's just let Tristan unleash
the phone off the table. Take the phone's off the table.
All right,
Phone off the table.
He's gonna flip it.
And he's gone insane. He's gone very, very crazy.
Sorry about that, folks.
Okay, calm down.
That fucking Fox trifecta! Fantastic, X-Men Origins, and X3 The Last Stand all at once!
Oh, I thought he was gonna talk about Blade Trinity.
No! They could never compare! New Line Cinema can do that bad compared to this trifecta.
Yeah, that reminds me. I actually forgot that Ryan Reynolds was in X-Men Origins.
He's Deadpool.
Yeah, well, I thought Blade Trinity when I did that.
All right.
Just talk it out, and I'll let go of you.
Alright, I think I'm actually good now. Alright.
I forgot he was in Blade Trinity.
X3. The revelation of the Phoenix. The reveal of the Phoenix. The whole the whole direction of that.
Okay.
The entirety of the so-called Morlocks. A good portion of those guys were heroes. You have to pinpoint which ones were heroes. Fat was in the movie. Hero. Multiple Man. Hero. Psylocke. Hero.
Now, Tristan, I'm standing between you and Tyler because I don't want you to lunge at him, but we actually discussed The Last Stand when we brought up Dark Phoenix a while ago.
That's fine.
He thinks that the revelation of the Phoenix in this movie...
Can I talk about that?
Well, go ahead.
No, I like the idea they did with Jean Grey. I don't like how it was handled. Because I think the alien thing is stupid as fuck. But...
The thing is, the Phoenix is a cosmic entity.
I don't like that! That's stupid! It's much better and more interesting if it's actually her the whole time and she had to repress it.
That could have worked. It could have, but...
They did it terribly!
It did.
That's the problem.
It's perfectly okay. I can respect that. I really actually can. It's all good. But just the way the man tried to take Magneto out like a little bitch and then just Jean Grey looking ugly as hell with the whole thing. It's just like she was just having a nervous mental breakdown.
The ending sucks.
It sucks so much. Because after all that, you know what? X3, you know what I'd probably much rather be watching than X3?
X-Men Origins.
Elektra. I'd much rather watch Elektra than X3.
What about Daredevil?
That too.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Four Stick.
He had a 3-way tie. We haven't gotten to...
Alright, moving on. Well, actually, continue a bit more. Like, what's with all those mutants, all those characters, even Callisto?
Look, we only have so much time. We'll probably review X3 at some point.
No,
We're doing a whole podcast for X-Men.
We have enough time
Fine.
to do pretty much a lot.
Alright, fine. And then over to X-Men Origins then. Ooh. What they did to Deadpool.
I actually like the movie. X-Men Origins. I actually like it.
The whole
Let's both lunch at him.
him and the kidney!
Yeah, well, Tyler likes the Ang Lee Hulk.
Okay, and? In retrospect, at this point, it's not all that bad.
I find it more boring than X-Men Origins and The Last Stand.
Well, X-Men Origins isn't boring, it's just terrible!
I find it more boring than Four Stick half the time.
Oh,
That's
God,
unbearable.
no!
That movie's just unbearable.
Yeah, we'll talk about my feelings on the Ang Lee Hulk another day.
When we discuss a Hulk podcast? What?
No, we'll just talk about random shit.
Sounds good. What? The whole damn movie was dumb as hell. You wanna know why that movie is dumb as hell?
They made things too realistic. Like the fact that Blob's power wasn't a mutant power, it was just him being extremely obese.
No, it's not that. It was less that they made things too realistic. They made things bad.
Is that sense? The obesity just kind of came with the power. The thing is, the one biggest asset that made that entire movie dumb as hell, Silver Fox. Half of that movie would not have happened if she was actually smart enough to actually tell Stryker to release her sister at the time, so that way they didn't have any ties and to get Wolverine to the program.
Yeah, I noticed this too.
Like
Literally,
literally,
that's a huge plot hole.
the whole thing is she can touch anyone and tell them to do anything, and they will follow their order down to a T without any necessary into it unless it's actually snapped out of.
Do we want to talk about the continuity issues?
Which continuity issues?
Well, let's start with the fucking Sabretooth.
I thought you were saving that for the
Wolverine.
X-Men podcast.
We'll talk about some of it right here, but we're gonna go on a fucking rant when we do that podcast.
Oh, hell
Because, again, I chose Four Stick because it's so unbearable to watch. There's a very small, minute value in Origins Wolverine, but if we were doing 6, Origins Wolverine would have been on mine.
Oh, hells yeah. The same movie that they retcon with an animated feature just to say sorry to the fans.
Which one was that?
Nothing. They literally had to do an entirely animated film just to retcon that and have it be a proper lead up into the Wolverine.
What animated feature was that?
It was literally called Wolverine's Last Stand or something like that.
Never heard, never watched. No, I thought Days of Future Past was the apology for that and X3.
No, they actually did that in order to actually retcon the crap that Origins was. And the sad thing is, Origins could have been good Because they're actually talking about 2 other movies actually continuing the X-Men Origins line.
Yeah, Cyclops and I think Magneto.
Magneto and Gambit.
Actually, it was actually Magneto and Storm. Yeah.
We're never getting that Gambit movie now.
Actually, we actually still are.
No, they canceled it.
Oh, fair enough. That's right.
New Mutants is the last one.
God damn it! I'm never gonna see Gambit on the big screen.
You already did, and it sucked.
And it was this movie.
You know what I mean? One where he's actually in it for more than 5 minutes.
Anyway, move on to talking about Fan Force because we're gonna go on a huge rant on that in about a month or so.
Everything about the movie, every single thing. Matter of fact, you wanna know why? You wanna know another reason why this movie is? You know how this movie is gonna be really bad?
How?
Stanley was never cameoed in it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Stanley never cameoed in it. And does anyone remember seeing Stan Lee in X-Men Origins?
No. I don't remember seeing him in most X-Men movies though, but I haven't.
He was in the
I
first
haven't
one
watched in a while.
He was in the second one.
Yeah,
He was in the third one.
he was more obvious in the third.
I mean,
one.
well, I never noticed him. But
In the third
the
one?
MCU movies.
You never saw him in the third one?
No.
He was the one holding the hose when
Because
what was
I
going
also
on.
don't, I also don't like watching the third one. So.
Yeah, he was holding the hose when Jean made everything float.
Yeah, but the MCU made Stanley cameos more obvious.
Yep.
Alright, I think we've talked about Fox Marvel enough.
Yeah, seriously. Fan Force sake, everything I like about the movie. Even the damn negative zone.
Negative Zone is awful. in that movie.
They did that. They handled the negative zone horribly.
Whole movie awful. That's why I chose that over Origin.
And this is the same movie that originally had Doom written as a woman.
Oh yeah.
And then as a hacking prodigy. Yeah, I feel relaxed now. Hey guys, I got an idea.
What?
Once we finish this podcast, how about we all go to the living room, pull on YouTube, and watch Screw On Head?
I need to get new shoes.
And let's get some new shoes. What do you think? What do you think, Guardian? New shoes and Screw On Head?
Honestly, I don't care. I'm still gonna be broken after this. Which is why I wanted to do worst first, because you could have led from worst into best if you just did Hellboy.
I didn't want to start best with Hellboy. I wanted to start worst with Hellboy. Okay, my last pick.
Yeah.
Catwoman.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Do I even need to explain that?
Yes, we didn't do a review of it.
Everything about Catwoman is just...
It's not even Selena Kyle.
No, it's not.
I think that's actually the good thing.
Yeah, her name wasn't sullied.
It was
Halle
Patience.
Berry's name was sullied.
Oh, please, her name was Sully ever since Flintstones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
but she ended up winning an Oscar, and then she won a Razzie, which she then accepted.
And her speech was pretty memorable.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
the best part that come out of this god awful movie.
That reminds me.
The cat resurrection scene, horrible. Villain, horrible.
Game?
Horrible. Halle Berry's Catwoman suit, horrible.
You mean hookerware?
Yeah. Cat hooker, terrible.
Okay, one more. You mean the Sully Halloween costume?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even sexy.
No, it really wasn't. It's some disgusting BDSM thing.
They're not even playing those on that. It's a fursuit for those who couldn't get the F.
It was a terrible fursuit.
Anyway, what you about to say, Guardian? Brian.
Yeah, regarding Halle Berry shit, I am still planning on making us review movie 43.
No.
Yes.
No, there's nothing to review.
Not an actual review, though. Just rip it, burn the disc, kill it all.
Yeah, if we buy a copy and burn it, then I'm good with that.
But, yeah, I've got a big escapade about my choices, so Tristan, you go first.
And what were we going with again?
is the last worst.
Last worst.
I thought that was last worst. That was my trifecta. God, now I gotta figure out something else now. Okay, I'll play this game. I'll play a real game. Okay, here we go.
There's quite a few bad ones.
That's for damn sure.
There's a few I could have chosen. I could have chosen like Batman and Robin. I could have chosen Steel. I could have chosen Supergirl. I could have chosen Rise of the Silver Surfer if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but those speak for themselves.
I could have chosen Daredevil or Electro.
Alright, let me dig deep into my archives of horrible superhero movies I have seen. I really can't think of one right now. I'm sorry, I really don't think I can really think of one.
Just let his trifecta be his last one, too.
Alright, so I guess your last one.
But I will say a cheat, though. Will it not be a TV show? But this thing probably have a budget enough in order to be like a small movie. The Marvel animes from Madhouse.
Yeah, those are terrible. No explanation necessary. Those are just bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. Insanely bad.
Yeah,
Super
they're not
bad.
Madhouse's fault either. They're just because Marvel doesn't get anime.
Well, that's true. I mean, it did make Mangaverse after all. And those books are fucking expensive. You remember the last time I saw one of those in a used bookstore, mind you? Guess how much on the Marvel Mangaverse, like, Volume 1 or 2 was?
$10.
60.
No.
60.
Okay, what's your last one, Brendan?
My last three. It's a trilogy.
Oh no.
Fuck the Batman and Damian Wayne animated films.
Called it!
Oh, so you finally agree with me that Son of Batman's a piece of shit.
It's the best of those three, but it's not saying a lot. The one that I especially hate is Batman versus Robin. We did a review of that movie. Also did a review of Batman Bad Blood. Links below. Son of Batman was a somewhat steady start despite the fact that they brought in shit that wasn't needed. The animation was fine, the voice acting was fine, but they did literal shit with most of the characters. Batman vs. Robin. They blatantly lied to us with the fucking title. There was no versus Batman and Robin. There was no intellectual ideals facing one another. There was a 4-minute fight. And that was it. No one even gives a shit about the fucking Court of Owls. No one needed any of that shit. And then it led into a third fucking movie that barely has the title fucking character in it until the last third of the fucking film. And when they finally do something with Nightwing, they rub salt in the wound to the fact that he was trying to be his own character, and they dragged him back into the fucking cow with him becoming Batman!
It's okay, dude. Shoot.
No! It's not fucking okay! They brought in every other fucking thing in that movie! They disrespected the shit out of Talia's character! They brought in characters that weren't even fucking needed! They brought in the hypocrite! Or whatever the fuck his name was supposed to be! Who was just an adult clone of Damien that was even stupid in the comics!
I can't wait till we talk about the Godzilla anime trilogy now.
I'll say!
That right there will be me.
And god damn it, they didn't even bring Batgirl in it until the last 5 fucking seconds of the movie!
Man, this is Mechagodzilla. This is giving me massive Mechagodzilla City flashbacks. Also giving me massive Space Noodle Ghidorah flashbacks.
I really hope we have the cops call on this.
These fucking movies are garbage! Ray!
How do you truly feel?
So join us next time when I talk about how the Ang Lee Hulk is better than the Incredible Hulk. No, we're talking about Pokemon next week.
Yeah, and pray for Brendan.
Pray for Brendan. Honorable mentions real quick?
Good or worst?
Well, I've given my big honorable mentions for worst. I guess good.
Okay. I guess you could say for a nice, good honorable mention. Easily Justly Dark.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, you didn't pick an MCU film at all.
Yeah, that was weird. I could have sworn I did, but I guess not. But either way, out of the MCU movies, Thor Ragnarok.
I'll give you that one.
Thor Ragnarok. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. And dare I say, Avengers.
Really?
Yeah,
It's grown on you?
it actually has. I actually like the way it was shot. It actually had a nice little build together and actually came together very well. Again, because I have no problem actually saying that.
So what about Infinity War?
I never really fully hated Infinity War because I actually root for Thanos during the entire thing.
Well, knowing where Thanos went now, I definitely don't root for Thanos.
Where he went.
Also, when you think about what Thanos is actually doing, I definitely don't root for Thanos. He's also killing half the plant life, therefore thinning the atmosphere and killing everybody else anyway.
And the livestock.
Yeah, okay. You do nothing, Thanos, because it's like, those animals are still our resources. They're dead too.
But,
Thanks, dickhead.
But remember, he's also the sentient
You
life.
changed nothing.
Also, the sentient life, if you think about like population percentages and everything, he most likely dueled the actual people in the professions that we actually need. And without anyone actually filling in the gaps in there for the actual industries, everything else will start crumbling down.
Again, Thanos, universe's biggest dick.
No, Thanos, universe's biggest dumbass.
No, he wasn't a dumbass. He was just a dick.
No, he was a dumbass because he wasn't thinking properly.
Because remember, he changed that plan on a dime when he realized that other people were gonna just fuck it up for him. So he was like, "No, I'm gonna just fuck everything on a dime." Again, we'll probably be coming back to Endgame a couple times.
He went out like a little bitch in Endgame.
I like how he went out in Endgame.
He went out like a little bitch to me. I mean, come on. After all that, like even at the end of Infinity War, no armor, no weapon, just pure bulk and muscle like Kingpin.
No, he had a weapon in Endgame. He used it quite a bit.
I was talking about Infinity War.
Yeah, not in Infinity War.
That's what I was talking about at the end of Infinity War. Like no armor, no helmet.
Well, he had pretty much the whole gauntlet.
But still, the fact is, even before then, he was just using his own fist to do everything. And he only had just the one power gem.
Yeah, that's enough.
But still, it's the fact he did it. He basically was doing it even just without actually using this power.
We're talking about Endgame probably periodically throughout this year. So,
I was just talking about Thanos still from Infinity War.
You were talking about how he went out like a bitch in Endgame, though.
I know. I was saying compared to how he was fighting in Infinity War.
That's not going out like a bitch. It's going out like a badass.
Man.
Get the suit of armor and get the weapon and just slash everybody to death. Again, it's 2014 Thanos. So it's different Thanos. Also, that's one of my problems.
But the only thing I can think right now is I still just picture him eating KFC while talking about his plans.
Okay, honorable mentions for me. Well, Hellboy 2.
Yeah.
Since we were doing pretty much strictly superhero stuff, I would have put Scott Pilgrim on the list.
Oh, hell yeah, I would agree with that one.
Yeah, Batman 89. Batman Returns.
Ooh, okay. What about Batman 66, the movie?
It's fine. That works better. That must work better as a TV show.
Well, the movie came first before the show.
No, it didn't.
I could have sworn it did. Not sure.
Yeah, that's this episode of Like a Podcast. Because, you know, what we're doing here, it's kind of like a podcast.
Plus, one more thing. There's one more thing. Another honorable mention. The Hellboy Blood and Iron and Sword of Storms films. They were great.
Have not watched.
You need to.
I need to.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
I didn't even get to say my honor.
Alright, go ahead.
No, it's too late now.
Well, you can just do like a little addendum video, addendum yourself. You know, like do your own little voice part and just do it as a separate little video thing.
Because I was still calming down.
I'm talking about at the end of this.
Nah, it's already an ending that's been done. I'll just say that Blade 2 was awesome.
Okay.
And that's it for this one. Probably one of our shorter podcasts.